The Chicago Bulls have made their first big signing in NBA free agency this summer as they sign Thaddeus Young, now formerly of the Indiana Pacers. What is going on, y'all? 5 Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NBA and talking some NBA free agency before I get to my thoughts and my analysis and my reaction on this signing by the Bulls. If you're new to the channel, make sure to go ahead and subscribe by hitting the button down below and turning on my post notifications because I post daily videos. You don't want to miss out. A lot of NBA free agency talk, not just Bulls, but a lot of other teams as well, but a lot of Bulls content on this channel. Also follow me on my social media. I tweet out a lot, my Twitter and my Instagram handles down below and on the screen as well. So again, a lot to get to with the Bulls signing Thaddeus Young here. Let's not wait any longer. Let's get right into it. So, as I always do, let's start with the money because that's what it's all about, right? What were the terms of this deal? And it is a 3-year deal worth about $41 million for Thaddeus Young. That averages out to about $13.6 million per year. So that's kind of what you have right here. And again, I'm hiding the bottom of the board because I've got more stuff to talk about. But let's just take a look at the deal. And that's a 3-year, $41 million deal, like I mentioned. So, first thing is first on the money side. Before I even talk about the basketball side, this feels a little rich for me for Thaddeus Young. I would have liked it in the $10 to $12 million range. But again, I wouldn't go out and say it's egregious, but it feels a little touch bit too much for me. And more so than the money, I'm actually not happy with the years. So I wanted a 2-year deal because for Thaddeus Young, on the surface, this meets some of the criteria I talked about where we needed a big man, which he is. He's a power forward, and he addresses that need because we didn't have any depth at that position, and he's a veteran, okay? Thaddeus Young is a guy who's played in a lot of games. He doesn't miss a lot of games, but he's played in a lot of playoff games. He's got experience playing in big, conference finals, playoff games, etc. So he does meet that criteria that the Bulls are looking for, and he definitely can contribute on the floor. Averaged about 12 points, 6 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 1.5 steals last year in 81 games. And that's another thing I mentioned. Thaddeus Young, he plays in a lot of games. He doesn't miss a lot. He's pretty durable. And really, again, like I mentioned with our need here, he addresses the spot on our power forward with Laurie there starting and Thaddeus Young. Now, here's the other thing real quick. Thaddeus Young better be coming off the bench. There's absolutely no way I see him starting because he's not a center. So he can't start at the 5 unless, we run out a very small lineup. And he's not starting over Laurie. So to me, this is a signing of a guy coming off the bench. And in that aspect, Thaddeus Young coming off the bench as a 6-man is fantastic. I love him in this role. So to me, kind of like sum it up for you guys, I didn't like the years because I would have wished it was a 2-year deal, but 3 years isn't too bad. I didn't like the money too much. $13.6 million a year feels a little rich for me, but it's not egregious. And if he is coming off the bench, which I believe he is, he does address our need. He's a veteran, and he would be a perfect 6-man. So in that aspect, I do like this deal, okay? I do like it. Am I over the top about it? No, because of the reasons that I mentioned. But for the most part, this signing does make sense. I don't want Bulls fans to, get on car and packs about this because, again, listen, it does make logical sense if you think about it, and I just explained it to you guys. If the plan is for Thaddeus Young to come off the bench behind Laurie, he's a very good signing, albeit being a little bit expensive to afford. But again, you got to overpay in free agency sometimes, right? So maybe he had other offers out there that were better. So for the most part, listen, we were going into this offseason with 2 major needs, which was point guard and really power forward because, again, that was more important than the center spot. But we still need depth there. We drafted Kobe White. We got Thaddeus Young as our backup big man depth. We've kind of addressed our needs here. Now, I think we've got, maybe like $10 million in cap space remaining and a couple of exceptions here and there. So certainly we're not done yet. There's other players Bulls can sign, and I do want them to get after another backup point guard, maybe another backup center. But for the most part, I do like this signing. I think it's very, very solid. I'm going to give this signing a B+, which is really what Thaddeus Young is as a basketball player. He's a very solid basketball player. Nothing special, but solid. He's a good defender. You know, he's a very athletic guy who can get out, you know, and really for a young team like the Bulls, he can get out and run with them, and he's able to, you know, be rebounding well for this team. So to me, Thaddeus Young, a solid player, nothing spectacular, just gets the job done. I mean, just look at the numbers, 12 and 6, right? That's about as average as you can get. But for a Bulls team that needs veteran leadership, that needed this position to be filled with more depth, he does meet that need. So to me, again, I like this signing. I'm not over the top about it, but I'll give it a solid B+ for the Chicago Bulls. So let me know what you guys think about Thaddeus Young and this signing for the Chicago Bulls. Leave a comment down below if you agree or disagree. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe always. And thanks for watching.